What if the hosts you've been watching for years aren't as loved as you think? QVC has always felt like home, a warm, cozy space where beauty deals meet friendly faces. And for many, the hosts are more than presenters. They're companions, cheerleaders, even a little part of the family. But behind the scenes, there's a different story playing out, because not every host is adored. In fact, some are so disliked, viewers mute the volume, change the channel, or leave entire Facebook threads venting about them. These aren't just one-off opinions, they're patterns, and they keep surfacing across forums, Reddit threads, and private fan groups. So what's going on? From constant interruptions, to oversharing personal drama, to turning every product pitch into a one-person show, these are the habits fans say they can't stand. Today, we're diving into the most unpopular QVC hosts, the ones racking up complaints, backlash, and more than a few raised eyebrows. And yes, we've got real viewer comments, the kind that QVC likely wishes would stay buried. So grab your tea, wrap yourself up tight, because once we start counting down, you won't believe who made the list. Let's get into it. At number 10, Alberti Popage. Let's start the countdown with a familiar face, one who's equal parts charming and controversial. Alberti Popage is known for his upbeat personality, glowing skin, and constant enthusiasm. He's the type of host who smiles big, talks fast, and fills every second of airtime with excitement. But not everyone finds that energy easy to watch. Some viewers say Alberti's over-the-top reactions feel forced, that his exaggerated excitement can come across as disingenuous. And during co-hosted segments, he's been accused of interrupting or even talking over his guests. To others, he seems too scripted, always on, and never quite letting the product speak for itself. Just listen to the fans. He's always shouting like it's a game show. I just want to hear about the item. Another said, Alberti makes it feel like a performance, not shopping. It's exhausting. At number 9, David Venable. This one might surprise you. David Venable, the cheerful, larger-than-life host of In the Kitchen with David, is arguably one of the most recognized faces on QVC today. He's known for his yum-o-meter reactions, his dad-like charm, and his love of all things comfort food. But even fan favorites aren't immune to criticism. Some viewers say David has changed over the years, that the genuine excitement he once had has shifted into something more rehearsed, more performative. Instead of letting guests shine, he often dominates the conversation. He talks over people, he repeats phrases with a forced intensity. Fans say he's become more of an entertainer than a product expert. And not everyone's loving that shift. Just listen to the complaints. I used to love David, but now it's like watching a performance. He's forgotten about the products. Another said, he interrupts too much and tries too hard to be entertaining. Let the guests speak. At number 8, Kirsten Linquist. Kirsten Linquist brings energy, lots of it. Her segments are fast, passionate, and full of movement. And while some viewers enjoy that upbeat delivery, others say it's just too much. Kirsten often speaks quickly, sometimes too quickly for viewers to follow. Her enthusiasm, paired with a heavy accent, can make her hard to understand for some audiences. She also has a habit of inserting personal stories into her pitches, stories that feel, at times, unrelated to the product. And that's where the audience starts to feel disconnected. Viewers want clarity. They want to know what they're buying. And when the storytelling takes over, that focus gets lost. Fans haven't held back. She's beautiful and smart, but I can't understand her half the time. Another viewer said, it's like she's on fast forward. Slow down, Kirsten. At number 7, Terry Khan. Terry Khan joined QVC with a polished background in acting and daytime television. She's got poise, presence, and professionalism. But in the eyes of many viewers, something just doesn't click. Fans describe her as stiff, overly rehearsed, and sometimes emotionally disconnected from the product she's presenting. Some say she speaks at the audience rather than with them. Others say she tries too hard to appear cheerful, even when the vibe feels off. While she's undeniably camera-friendly, that warmth viewers crave, they say it's just not there. Fan reactions sound like this. She looks perfect, but it all feels robotic. And another viewer said, she's so polished it's cold. I can't relate to her at all. At number 6, Julia Cirly. Julia Cirly hasn't been at QVC as long as many on this list, but she's already made a lasting impression, for better or worse. Julia brings youth and vibrancy to her segments. She's energetic, she's always smiling, and she talks fast. For some, that's refreshing. For others, it's exhausting. Her rapid-fire delivery, combined with constant movement and jokes, can make it difficult to focus on the actual product. Some viewers say she glosses over important features. Others claim she interrupts guests too frequently. And while she's clearly passionate, that passion doesn't always land well. Here's how viewers describe it. "I can't keep up with her talking. It's just noise." And another said, "She needs to focus more on the product and less on being a performer." At number 5, Rick Domeyer. If you've been watching QVC for a while, you've definitely seen Rick Domeyer. He's got one of the most recognizable voices on the network, and his high-energy pitchman style is impossible to ignore. But that same energy is exactly what divides viewers. Rick is loud, he's fast, and he's always selling like it's the last day on Earth. Some fans love the urgency. Others say it feels forced and, frankly, annoying. He's also been called out for talking over guests, getting flustered, and sometimes being just a little too intense. Here's what the audience had to say. "He's always yelling. It's not exciting. It's exhausting." And another fan added, "Rick needs to tone it down. Not everything is a life or death sale." At number 4, Amy Stran. Amy Stran is elegant. She's calm, and she rarely gets flustered even during live blunders. But that same poise is exactly what some viewers find boring. Amy's delivery is soft, her tone is steady, but to certain fans, it lacks spark. There's no variation, no surprise, and no wow moments. For a network that thrives on excitement, Amy's mellow presence doesn't always fit the high-energy format. Viewers have described her like this: "She's sweet, but honestly, she puts me to sleep." Another comment read, "There's no spark. It's just the same tone over and over." At number 3, Doris Dalton. Doris Dalton isn't just a presenter, she's the founder of her own brand, Dalton Beauty, and when she's on air, she owns the space. That confidence is admirable, but some viewers say it crosses the line. Doris has a habit of jumping in. She interrupts, she dominates the segment, and sometimes she barely lets the host get a word in. Fans say she oversells, turning every serum or lipstick into a miracle solution. And when that happens, it doesn't feel authentic. Here's what viewers had to say. "Let the host talk, Doris. She jumps in every 2 seconds." And another added, "She acts like every product is the cure to aging. It's too much." At number 2, Jane Treacy. Jane Treacy has been part of QVC since the beginning. She's practically a household name. Her storytelling style, her enthusiastic delivery, and her love for fashion and family, it's all part of her signature brand. But over the years, some viewers have grown tired of that formula. Jane often shares stories about her daughters, her husband, or her own personal routines. And while that can be charming in small doses, fans say she takes it too far, turning product demos into personal diaries. She's also been described as condescending at times, talking to the audience as if they're children. Fan comments include, "I don't need to hear about her daughter's recital during a shoe demo." And one viewer said, "She acts like we're all clueless. It's annoying." At number 1, Shaun Killinger. And here we are, the most controversial QVC host of them all, Shaun Killinger. To say she divides audiences is an understatement. Some viewers adore her. They find her quirky, bold, and unapologetically herself. But others, they can't hit the mute button fast enough. Shaun is known for hijacking segments. She interrupts guests. She tells long-winded personal stories that often have nothing to do with the product. From her infamous on-air chat about hemorrhoids to cringeworthy award show impressions, Shaun has built a reputation for being unpredictable, and not in a good way. She's become a meme in QVC groups, a regular topic in Reddit threads, and a host that people either love or absolutely can't stand. Just listen to the fans. She's narcissistic, talks about herself more than the product. And another brutally honest comment said, "I turn off the TV the moment I see her. It's too cringe." So, what does this all tell us? Well, everyone has different tastes, What one viewer finds charming, another finds annoying. Some of these hosts have built passionate fan bases, even as critics grow louder. But here's the thing they all seem to forget. It's not about them. It's about the product. When ego, oversharing, or performative antics get in the way, it distracts from what QVC is supposed to be: helpful, informative, and easy to watch. Still, whether you love them or hate them, these hosts have become part of QVC's DNA. They stir conversation, they spark debate. And one thing's for sure, they keep the channel anything but boring. So the next time you reach for your remote, ask yourself, is it the deal you're after, or just someone else behind the desk? Stay tuned, stay curious, and maybe stay near the mute button.